What's going on, everybody? This be your boy DJ Anonymous with Sports Biz Music, the podcast, episode 22, and I got a special guest, Sis.
What's
going on with you? She's an up and coming artist from Jersey. If y'all haven't heard, I forgot what episode Valona was on, but it was way back. I think like in the single digits, but. We talked about you, a little bit, but
yeah.
I want you to give the people, a brief or detailed introduction about yourself.
Well, definitely shout out to Valana because she always plugging me in. I've been fucking with her for a minute, so shout out to her. But yeah, my name is Shelsie, better known as SIS, SIS. I've been doing music for about 2 years, but it's something I always wanted to do. So I'm dropping my first EP March 31st, and I think that, it embodies and really is going to set the tone for who I intend to be as an artist. So I'm excited.
That's what's up. Before we get into like the EP and everything, what you got going on, what influenced you? When did you first start like loving music or even just hearing music, like? As far as like R&B and hip hop and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that my family is from Haiti.
Okay.
So right, not Boulay. But I think just as a plus, I grew up in like, most people in America, you listening to American music, and I feel like I'm fortunate that I've got to like grow up around like island music, compa, reggae, soca. Like I just had so many influences, and my brother is like crazy talented with music. He produces, and my brother is 9 years older than me too.
Okay.
So when I was like a young girl, my brother already had his music taste. He already knew what was going on, and that's all I would hear. So I think my brother is definitely like the main influence, but just like my culture behind it too. Like we're big on music. Every Sunday I was waking up to music in the house. So I think that's when I really, really started to have a love for it.
I mean, that's like that. Like I said a few episodes ago, because majority of my guests are from like the Caribbean.
Oh, word. You from Miami? Oh, you in Miami? So
yeah. So. Yeah. I got Caribbean background too. Like I'm Bahamian descent, so I know how it is. Growing up in the Caribbean home. Listening to different music and stuff, especially like the island music. To me, honestly, it was more gospel music. Waking up, especially on Sundays and stuff like that. But just waking up to music was like always a theme. Growing up and things like that.
Yeah, my aunt, she's like my favorite aunt. Like I basically grew up in her house, but she's more so like her house was on music too, but she had like more gospel music in different genres. You know what I mean? So I had that influence too, just not as much, I would say.
Okay, so you had a heavy influence by your family. So like when did you like your first album like my first album that I really bought was Ludacris Word of Mouth.
Oh, word.
Like I think my sister bought it for me, but that was like my first album that I said that like I own. You know what I'm saying? Like,
word.
What was that first album that you got that pushed you even more to loving music?
Well, the first album I bought, like with my own money, it wasn't mixed on the computer. It was Alicia Keys' first album. I forget what it was called.
Golden.
Yeah, but that was like the first one. I was like, I'm confident. Like I need to buy this.
Yeah, that's the one that got Woman's Worth on it, right?
Yeah, word. That was that one. Like
classic.
But like Falling and all that. So that was the first one I bought. I think the album I don't think that's the first album that really where I was like, I'm about to do music now. You know what I mean? I think the first album or artist, at least I could say, that really like pushed me to like, all right, y'all, I could really like do this. I would say like Rihanna. I love her to death. What
was it about Rihanna that made you, got that influence? Because hearing your music, I kind of hear Rihanna, but that's like the unfaithful Rihanna, but mixed with SZA and mixed with, I don't know if you ever heard of an artist named Her.
Yeah, I love her.
She like I hear that in your music, but like, what about Rihanna that that influenced you?
I think aside from the fact that she's just popping, like, I feel like she hit a point in her career where she just like didn't give a fuck no more. Like she was gonna do stuff how she wanted to do it. Like it was just her. So I feel like the same way when I started to do music, it was almost on the same note. Like I just didn't give a fuck no more. So I think that's the artist I just related to the most. Like I just started to think like fuck what everybody else saying or what they think. Like I want to do this shit for many reasons. So I'm gonna do it.
I mean, I had a conversation with this artist named Galliano. She actually from New York, but you know how New Yorkers like up north, they come down to South Florida. But we was having a conversation. Was it her? I think no, it wasn't her. My bad. It was somebody else. I'm trying to think who it was. We had a oh no, it was Sasha J. My bad. Sasha J. Okay. She's an up and coming R&B artist from down here. And we had a discussion about Beyonce and Rihanna, and like which one has like the the longevity, like, or the best catalog. And my opinion was that they both two different artists, but I feel like Rihanna, because the fact that Rihanna, she also caters to the Caribbean, so and her sound is like, you could play her music anywhere. Like Beyonce, you can't really play her music in strip clubs like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. That's just my opinion. But
I feel you. I feel like even though like they're compared a lot, and I think they are comparable. I mean, they both like really dope artists, but I just feel like they kind of cater to different people. Almost like, not to say you can't like one and not like the other. Like I like Beyonce, I like Rihanna too, but I just feel like Rihanna's wave just caters to me more. Like, and then I see the people that favor Beyonce more. Like I see how she caters to them more. So I just think they kind of like, they can cater to the same people, but they have their specific type of like groups that they cater to, and that they just people feel them more.
Yeah, they do. So, have you did like open mics, like, or performances while you was in high school, like middle school, high school?
Nah, not even like, I think in middle school, not even middle school. I think in like elementary, like I did like a play, but I think it was like forced to do that play. Like we didn't have a choice to be in it. And then like in middle school, or in high, like I did sports in middle school and high school, but I never did anything like performing arts wise.
What sports you played? What sports you played?
I played lacrosse. I ran track, and I did cheerleading.
So you did okay. So I like this because I haven't done this in a long time. So lacrosse, you said lacrosse, cheerleading, and what else?
And I ran track.
How is lacrosse? Like, how is it as a sport?
You know what? Honestly, I got transferred to, like, a really white school in the 8th grade. Like, I went from, like, all black school to, like, just damn near no black people at all. So, I ain't know nobody. It was a new town. So, number one, I was mainly, like, looking for a way to just, like, find my groove because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But I just wanted to try something different. I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm at a new school. I don't want nobody here. Like, let's just try lacrosse. And I actually, like, made varsity. Like, it was actually cool. It was all right. I liked it.
How is it, like, because,
like, what the actual game is?
Yeah, like, what's the actual rules?
It's like soccer, but with sticks.
So it's
like that.
So it's pretty much, because when I watched it before and, like, I compared it to soccer and like hockey, like, you know, you can't
it's like a mixture of the two.
Yeah, like you can't do certain stuff. You can't, like a clear path. You can't do that. Like, I never understood that. Yeah,
listen. I mean, I did it for the 8th grade. I made varsity. I'm 25. I don't remember all the nicks and crannies. I just know that my ass could run and I could score, and I took it and ran with it.
Yeah, because I had a guest, Ashanti, she played rugby, and that was something different.
Oh, word.
You know, that was something like totally different, especially from. I mean, she played a lot of sports. Like she played tennis. She played flag football, basketball, tennis, but like rugby. When I hear people say they play rugby or lacrosse, I'm like, that's kind of different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't even know nobody who plays rugby, but that's dope. Like,
yeah. And then you said you played track. How was track and field?
I hated track. I really only did track because my dad wanted me to. Mm-hmm. But, like, I quit the second I could. Like, I probably ran track for 2 years, and then I was like, yeah, I hate this.
Why you didn't like it? Like, you was just bored of it?
I don't think I was bored of it. I think that just, like, my track team from my high school was, like, super good. And, like, they just, like, those people, like, ate, slept, and breathe track, like, and I just was not the one. Like, I was good because, like I said, I ran fast. That's the only reason why I made varsity for lacrosse, not even knowing what lacrosse was before then. So I just was focused on, like, I'm fast, like, whatever, but, like, it was, like, so intense, my track team. Like, it was crazy. So after a while, I was just like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
And then cheerleading, how was that? How was that?
I loved cheerleading. It's my favorite.
So cheerleading, all of those was like your top notch favorite.
Yeah, like I liked everything for different reasons, but cheerleading I like truly enjoyed. Like I really liked it.
That's what's up. Like, what was your Was you like the one of the leaders of the cheerleading squad?
Nah, I wasn't a leader. I was a base. Like, I was the person that, like, lifted people up in the air. I was one of them. But I wasn't, like, a cheerleader or anything. I was always too young. Like, there was always somebody older than me who seemed to, like, in a higher grade or something. Yeah, because I remember my nephew, he played, because I used to DJ his games when he was in high school. But I remember one time, one of the cheerleaders, they did try to do some freaky junk, and it was raining, and one of the girls, she was fine and everything. Afterwards, she fell and like bust her back, but she was cool though. Like it was just like crazy. Like I'm like, I don't know. See, they was trying to do too much in the rain.
I'm like y'all crazy. So after high school, you went to college?
Yeah, I went to King University. That's in North New Jersey or Union, New Jersey.
So how was how you call it? Like, what did you do in college?
I mean, I went to school for journalism. I wanted to be a journalist. So I went to school for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was that. I tried to do that for a little while, which, I mean, I still kind of do. But I think my focus is just on music right now.
Okay, so that's when music started, being more, you was taking it more seriously.
It was more prevalent. Yeah, it was more prevalent. It wasn't super serious. I probably started taking music serious like 2-3 years ago. Probably like 2 years ago. This is when I really was like, all right, this is what I'm trying to pursue. But like probably maybe like all throughout college, a little after college, I was focused on journalism. Okay, so you did you finish college or did you just take a break? Nah, I finished. I graduated in 2014.
That's what's up. Cause I ask because a lot of everyone has their different stories. Like some finished, some took a break and then going back.
Right.
So some didn't even want to finish at all and just pursue their dreams. Like so, everyone's different. So
yeah, everybody's different. Everybody got their own like path or whatever. I honestly I feel like college played like a good purpose. But I feel like if I would have knew what I knew now, I probably would have went to college. Mm-hmm. But I think college it sounds like the right thing to do, so you go or whatever. But I feel like now, like at 25, like I probably wouldn't have went to college if I would have learned what I learned later on.
I mean, I always tell people like college is like something that's you don't have to do it, but if you're gonna do it for something that you actually you want to do and you actually want to learn. Like it's about learning new things. Like for me, I was DJing since I was 15 years old. Like what I look like majoring in music was I can just learn music on my own. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that's my point too. I feel like if it's something like super directed, like a lawyer or doctor, then yeah, you got to go to school. But I feel like a lot of career paths you could kind of learn on your own, and I kind of feel like college, not all the time. I mean, it could push you to do a really good job. It could push you to keep you at the same level, or it could sometimes be a distraction, I feel like. And I feel like for me, it